Today, let's talk about making the greatest comeback of your life. This isn't about making excuses. This isn't about waiting for the stars to align or playing the blame game. This is about taking ownership of your life and setting a vision and charging forward relentlessly. As usual, I'm not going to sugarcoat things because sugarcoating, it's the enemy, both metaphorically and physically. Life is hard, but it's also what you make of it. And if you're watching this, then that probably means that you're ready to make the necessary changes to step into the greatest comeback of your life. Understand that I know what it feels like to be down and out. I've been overweight. I've been a sugar addict. And as I've shared in the past, I've faced my own struggles throughout my life as a homeless teenager. Those were not easy times in my life, but I'm here winning. And I'm winning in ways that I never thought imaginable, ways that I never thought possible. Understand that I'm not standing here saying that my life is perfect, because nobody's is. I still have to fight every single day against things that could pull me down. I am proof that it is possible to overcome, and I want you to know ultimately that you can do it too. Welcome back to another episode of Sweat Talk. My name is Chad. The first step to any great comeback is to be brutally honest with yourself, and you cannot sugarcoat where you are in life. I had to admit to myself that my weight when I was overweight wasn't due to genetics or a thyroid issue or a slow metabolism. The problem was my nutritional habits. I was addicted to sugar, plain and simple. But here's the thing, once I owned my situation, I realized that I had the power to change it. And that goes for any situation. Whatever situation you are in right now, it's time for you to take full accountability of it. And that's whether it's your health, your finances, your nutrition, your relationships. You need to own it. Hell, maybe even say it out loud. This is where I'm at, and it's on me to change it, because there's power in that. There's power in taking responsibility. In one of my previous videos, I talked about disappearing, and I discussed how to disappear. I'll put an info card a little bit later in the video if you want to go watch it. But ultimately, disappearing isn't about running from your responsibilities or running from your life. It's about stepping back and refocusing and just filtering out the noise, the everyday noise that life happens to throw at us. And you do this because the people that are around you, sometimes it's even the people that are closest to us, they'll project their own doubts and their own limiting beliefs onto us. They're going to tell you things like people like us can't get ahead. When they project those doubts and those fears onto you, they're going to say stuff like, people like us will never succeed. We can't make it out of this. Life is always going to be hard, and it will, but you have to be willing to choose your hard. And that's exactly why I think that disappearing is necessary. But when you disappear, you have to set intentions. You don't just vanish for no damn reason. You don't just vanish without a plan. You don't just, because things are hard, go hibernate in your house or in your bedroom or in your basement or whatever. You do it with surgical precision, and you do it because you care about you. So before you vanish, or maybe right when you do vanish, ask yourself, what is the reason? What is my plan? When you finally decide to disappear, take a step back and ask yourself, what is the takeaway that I want to get from this? What is my reason for stepping away? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to build a business? Do you want to find inner peace? Do you want to quit some of those bad habits? Do you want to grow within yourself? Whatever it is that you come up with, be crystal clear about your why. This reason, it has to be for you and you alone. And I say it has to be because of you and for you alone, because the clarity that you're going to gain, the clarity that you receive, is going to be the compass that's going to guide you. I believe that goals are going to be the cornerstone of any great comeback, so they have to be specific. Generalized goals, they're not going to cut it in this situation. So you need to be specific, and I'll give you an example of exactly what I mean. I originally set a goal for uploading a video every day for 90 days on this YouTube channel, and I achieved it. November 11th, I achieved it. My journey started August 13th, 2024. And a month or two ago, somebody in the comments section told me that I'm never going to make it as a YouTuber. He tried to instill his limiting beliefs and his own self-doubt onto me. A complete stranger that knows absolutely nothing about me. He doesn't know where I'm at. He doesn't know He doesn't know the mental fortitude and the struggles that I've been through throughout the course of my life that have made me strong and taken me to the point to where I am today. He decided to throw out one of those statistics that I talk about, that only 0.3% of all people on YouTube, of all YouTube creators, will ever make a decent wage from YouTube. So instead of allowing that to affect me in a negative way, I stole that motherfucker's power. I stole his energy, and I'm getting specific, or I got specific with what my goal for this channel is at this point. Right then and there, I set a massive goal, an absolutely massive undertaking of achieving or reaching 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And if I'm being real, I understand that that is an extremely ambitious target. And what makes it even more ambitious is the fact that at that time when that happened, this channel was only right around 25,000 subscribers. But do you think that I am going to feel like a failure if I only hit, say, 60 or 80,000 subscribers in that time? Not a damn chance. That's still progress. That is still a massive, massive win. The key is to have direction. Set those massive goals and start working your way backwards, and set those smaller milestones that you can win along the way. And don't forget to celebrate those small wins along the way. Every single time you achieve something, celebrate that shit. Celebrate it. Because when you celebrate those small wins, that means that you're embracing the process. And that's how you're going to build the momentum required in order for you to create discipline. That's exactly how you are going to find your why, or how you are going to get to your why. Understand that the comebacks, they're not built on motivation. They're built on your habits, because motivation fades, but those habits, they'll stick around. If you're trying to lose weight, it's not about finding the perfect nutrition or having an actual workout plan. When you break it down to its simplest terms or its simplest form, it's about showing up every day consistently. For me, that meant fighting my sugar addiction one choice at a time. I know that if I give in to those choices, I know that if I give in to those bad choices, eventually I am going to slide right back into the same situation that I was in before. Overweight, miserable, and an absolute mental train wreck. But whatever your goal is, start by setting one small habit at a time. If your goal is fitness, start by working out for 10 minutes a day, going for a walk, just putting your workout clothes on. If it's your finances, start focusing on how to invest. Start focusing on learning how the stock market operates, or how you can invest in the stock market and why you should. Don't just turn to a YouTuber that's going to say something along the lines of the world is going to end, the stock market is going to crash. If you put money in the stock market, you're going to lose money, because those are all bullshit lies that have been proven over the course of the last 120 years of the markets. Hello. So once you've done your homework and you understand how the markets work and how to invest and how to get your money from one vehicle to another, then start investing a small amount of money consistently every time you get paid, before you get paid. Teach yourself and create that habit to always pay yourself first. Those small consistent actions will compound into huge things over time. They will do more for your life and more for your situation than you can possibly imagine if you're not doing it right now. But the key to it is to start right now. If you're starting for January 1st to begin exercising, you've already lost. Even if it's sitting down and planning out your exercise routine, or finding the routine and that the programs or whatever it is that you want for that January 1st. Or go out for a 5 or 10 minute walk, and like I said, put your gym clothes on. That's how you win. But what's important is you start today. One way to ensure that your comeback sticks is to create daily non-negotiables. And these are things that you commit to doing every single day, and it's not negotiable, no matter what the excuses that you manage to come up with, or whatever reason you think you need to justify. For me, it's exercise. It's also making sure that I hydrate properly by drinking at least a gallon of water every single day. It's also avoiding sugar at all costs. These non-negotiables, they're small, but they create the foundation of the success that you're going to realize throughout the process. of disappearing and the greatest comeback of your life. They're like putting bricks into the wall of your comeback. Each one strengthens that structure. So think about what your non-negotiables should be. Like I said, they don't have to be difficult. They don't have to be massive. It could be something as simple as spending 10, 15 minutes meditating or journaling or even working on some sort of a side hustle. But regardless, whatever it is, commit to it every single day, and it's non-negotiable. These small actions will compound over time, and they will become the backbone of your transformation. Understand that people will doubt you. They'll tell you that it's impossible, but you're able to turn that around and use it as motivation. I can't tell you how many times over the course of my life that I've been told that I can't do something. Whether it was losing weight or escaping homelessness or building this channel, people doubted me and still sometimes even doubt me at every turn. But every one of those "you can't" lights a fire under my ass. Take all that criticism and take all of those doubters' words or those haters' words and turn those into fuel that will propel you forward. Let their beliefs drive you and prove them wrong. And you don't do that for them. You do that for you. When you succeed, it will become the sweetest revenge. But here's a brutal reality or a brutal truth about a comeback. The person that you are right this moment is not the person who's going to achieve the life and the dreams that you are chasing. You have to be willing to evolve. And that might mean letting go of old habits or changing your mindset, opening your worldview to understanding another person's perspective. It could even mean that it's time to leave somebody behind. Those people that don't serve you in your life and do nothing but bring negativity and doubt down on your shoulders. Understand that growth isn't easy, but it is necessary. And it's going to happen whether you like it or not. No matter what, 5 to 10 years from now, you are not going to be the same person that you are today. I've had to evolve tons of times in my life. When I was homeless, I had to swallow my pride and I had to ask for help. When I was overweight, I had to face the reality of my addiction to sugar and junk food. And when I started this channel, I had to put myself out there. Even though I was terrified of failure, having a fear of other people's judgments, that's what kept me from creating this content. That's what kept me from doing what I'm doing right now for the last 10 years. I had to evolve and I had to change my mind and decide that, you know what, I'm fucking doing this. I will make this happen. Because each evolution that I've ever faced, it's brought me closer. I've made the sacrifices necessary to succeed in the direction I needed to go. It has brought me closer to the life of my dreams that I live today. If you think about it, all too often people get overwhelmed by the size of their goals. They want to lose 50 pounds. They want to build a multi-million-dollar business. They want to transform their life overnight. But comebacks don't happen in a day. They happen from one small step at a time. If that goal that you set feels overwhelming, break it down. Focus on what you can do right now, today, to move closer to that goal. Maybe it's writing one page for a book that you've been wanting to write, or going for a 10-minute walk. Hell, maybe it's just drinking a glass of water. Like I said, those small steps, they add up, and before you know it, you're going to be miles ahead. Making a comeback is not just about reaching a destination. It's about the journey. It's about enjoying that journey. Yes, it will be hard work. Yes, there will be days that you want to quit. But if you can find joy in the process, whether it's the satisfaction from sticking to those habits or it's the pride from overcoming your challenges, you'll be unstoppable. Celebrate the wins, big and small. Be proud of the effort that you're putting in. And remember that every step forward is one step closer to the life that you want. Remember this, that failure is a part of the process. You're going to face setbacks. You will face challenges. You are going to mess up at some point, but every single time you fall, you have the choice to stay laying down or to get back up and get into the fight. Your comeback is not about being perfect. It's about being persistent. Think about it this way. If you're climbing a mountain, if you trip on your way up, you're not going to go back down to the bottom and start over again. You're going to start right where you were and you're going to keep climbing. When you look at that, when you look at it that way, you realize that every single step forward is progress. So how do you make the biggest comeback of your life? The answer is own your reality. Disappear with purpose, build specific goals, or set specific goals and build those good habits. Create those non-negotiables. Use that doubt as fuel and be willing to evolve. Take those small steps. Find joy in the process, and most importantly, keep moving forward no matter what. Your comeback starts as soon as you decide it does. If you made it this far, do me a favor and go down in the comments section and write that word comeback. Just that one word, comeback. You are staring down the barrel of the greatest comeback of your life. At some point in your life, that comeback has to happen. You owe it to yourself, you owe it to your future self. You might even owe it to your family. Regardless, that comeback is within your grasp. I ask for these one-word comments because they do a couple of things. They help us reprogram our subconscious mind when we see these positive things over and over and over repetitively. They help us believe and they help us absorb a positive message. It can be dangerous when the message is negative as well, but that's exactly why I always leave a positive word. That's why I call these my power words, because we need to focus and we need to realize the power of our words again. We don't think about them until somebody tries to break us down and beat us down with just their words. When we look at how somebody can destroy another person's life or destroy us just with their words, that's how we can actually realize when we look at that in the past or even in the future. That's the only way that we can realize the power of our words. I firmly believe we need to focus on the positive words, but understand the power. It also helps the algorithm. Every time somebody likes and comments and subscribes, the YouTube algorithm sees that interaction, which makes it push this content out to more people so they might find value in it as well. And then finally, it gives me the opportunity to say thank you to those of you who stick around to the end, because I truly am grateful for every one of you guys. It might sound stupid, I know, it doesn't make sense, but saying thank you has become a full-time job, and I'm doing my damnedest to get back, and I want to say thank you to each and every one of you for as long as I possibly can. But over the course of the last 190 videos, every one of them gets several comments a day, leading to thousands of comments every day. And if I take 30 seconds to 1 minute, do the math, it turns into hours upon hours every single day, just simply saying thank you. I want to thank you guys for those super chats. You guys are freaking legends. It truly does mean the world to me, and it blows me away every day, every damn day. So thank you. Thank you for all your guys' support. With that, that's all I got for today, guys. I want to thank you all for showing up. I hope you guys are showing up for yourselves, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace.